I got started about 5 years ago. Me and a friend saw an idea in a magazine and decided to try it right before Christmas. We thought we'd save some money by making our own gifts that year, and it just blew up from there. Since then, I've made thousands of pairs and sold them. Some of the proceeds go to charity. So it's been really a great experience and a good stress reliever for myself. Most of the sweaters come from thrift shops in the area, St. Vincent de Paul, Goodwill, and I get a lot of donations from people at Curves. They bring them in because they know I make them. So I'll just get bags of sweaters dropped off, and I use all the sweaters that people give me. One pair usually takes about 45 minutes from start to finish. Most of the mittens are one size fits most. They're made for an average lady's hand. I can make them smaller, but it takes a little bit more time because I have to shrink my pattern. I made my own pattern just by trial and error, so I came up with a pretty good fit for most people. I start out by getting a couple good sweaters or sport coats, anything that's about 80% wool or better. First off, I pre-wash them in hot water and shrink them in the dryer so everything is pre-shrunk. That means when the mittens are completed, they can be washed on a delicate cycle, which is nice. The back part of the hand, I want to have a nice pattern. The palm, I look for something like a sport coat or a tweed, and then the thumb, usually a solid works very well with making the thumb. And here I have my 3 pattern pieces that I designed that fit well with most people. Now the rest of this sweater, I'm actually going to cut off about 4 inches of the cuff on both sides, because we're going to use those as the cuffs on our mittens. And I'm also going to save the bottom ribbing of the sweater, about 4 inches, and cut that right off, because we're also going to use that as the cuff on maybe a different pair of mittens. All right, now the next piece that we're going to cut out is the palm of the mitten. And this one's a little more tricky because it has a lining in the jacket, but we're just going to cut it apart. Okay, and before I get rid of this jacket, I'm actually going to use more pieces on it, but I'm also going to cut off the buttons, because when I'm done with the mittens, those buttons will add as a little decoration on the cuff. And then again on this sweater, we're also going to cut off the cuffs and the ribbing, because we're going to use those eventually with a different pair of mittens. And we don't want to waste anything. We want to save those. And then I think I'll cut the thumb right out of the sleeve here. Now the liner I cut out of anti-pill fleece. I like the anti-pill because it doesn't get bally once you wash them. And once we have it in there, we're going to take our cuff and we're going to pin it to the inside. We're going to take the seam and we're going to put it to the back of the mitten so it's not visible. going to give this edge a little trim. And then we're going to pull our cuff out from inside and give it a little clip. And we have our mitten all complete. And then the last thing we can do is take that button from the blazer and we can sew it right on there as a little embellishment. And then we have our finished pair of mittens.
How cute are